Welcome to Monday. I'm Dan Ramey, and this is Litter Media Live. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday to get your day underway. In fact, it's quite pleasant outdoors. We'll take a look at what's happening with our forecast here in a moment. How pleasant will it stay? I guess is the question as we jump into what's been that hard frost, and will we have an Indian summer? I don't know about that this week, but we'll take a look at the weather in just a moment. This Date in History is coming up, prepared for you. Also, we're jam-packed with news and sports, especially sports, big sports weekend. So we'll get to all that in just a moment here on Litter Media Live. But first, a look at our forecast for you. We are looking at some cloud cover, although there's a good bit of sunshine outside right now, but cloud cover expected today through Wednesday. Our high temperature today around 69, and we'll be in the upper to low 60s each day this week. Potential for some rain towards the end of the week, however. So that's how things are standing right now. But as for now, it is comfortable outdoors. So if you want to do something outdoors this morning, maybe rake some leaves, get the leaf blower out, get it going. If you haven't found one from Hometown Motors Incorporated, you can get one. You got to see the really big wind blower thing that they've got. It's called the Storm, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of the SCAG products that you'll find at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe, one of our fine sponsors. Coming up in a moment, a look at what's happening with news. But first, we want to take a moment to share with you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you have an issue with the comfort in your home, speaking about the heat, maybe it's a little too cool in the house, heater's not doing what you want it to do, well, make sure you give them a call. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it'll take you right to their website to learn more about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. News is next.
Budweiser beer, the king is second to...
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. Those who don't back down. And the ones who don't quit. They say all people are 6 degrees of separation away from each other. But some are just a 6-pack away. The people who share the same spirit share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
All right, on with what's happening with the news. Of course, news is available for you here on our website, littermedia.com, our Facebook page, LitterX, formerly known as Twitter, and on Litter Media Radio as well. Now, this past Friday, Mike Smith had a visit with the pastor of Tabernacle Baptist Church, Chris Brown, to talk about Marketplace, Journey to the King, an interactive walking tour experience. It's coming up December 13th, 14th, and 15th, 6 to 8 p.m., all three of those nights. There is no charge to participate. And if listening to the interview between the two on Friday, sounds like you're going to step right back into Bible times at Tabernacle Baptist Church. Pickaway Ross CTC has been awarded $7.6 million. They are successful in their application for funding via the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission Career Technical Construction Program. They've awarded PRCTC with the grant to support the expansion of its career technical education facilities. The first phase will comprise of a 16,000 square foot expansion with 2 high bay labs in the east side of the existing building. Now, PRCTC will invest $4.7 million of their own dollars, while the state will contribute $7.6 million to realize this expansion. This is fantastic news. Of course, we were out at the Pickaway Ross Career Technology Center last spring when Lieutenant Governor John Houston was there, and he was a special guest. but also words from Jonathan Davis. An honor to be selected in this process. I know there were so many worthy applicants. Huge thanks to Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Houston for their support of CTE. The funding will allow them to continue to grow and serve the needs of our amazing students and community. Words from the superintendent, Jonathan Davis. Congratulations. This is long overdue and super for PRCTC. Look at this fella right here. Let's introduce you to Sergeant K-9 Officer Paco. He's a 2-year-old French-Belgian Touran, and Paco is filling the void left by the passing of K-9 Officer Gold. This is the Waverly Police Department's new K-9 officer being sworn in there by Mayor Kempton. And I happened to see this on, was it Facebook? I think it was Facebook earlier this week, and thought we'd share the details from the Waverly Police Department, what they have to share with us here. Sergeant Officer Paco, sworn in by Mayor Kempton in front of family, coworkers, and friends. Not sure how many of his litter were there to see this, but Sergeant K-9 Officer Paco was brought to the Waverly Police Department family thanks to the generous donations of Waverly's Fraternal Order of Eagles, Waverly's Moose Lodge, Dr. Stiltner, and the community members that participated in the T-shirt fundraiser in memory of their late Sergeant K-9 Officer Gold. And thanks to Pike Pet Pals for helping out with a gift and their support as well. Fantastic. Good luck, Sergeant. Keep the streets clean. These guys cleaned up pretty well, and they did it not only with the physical portion, but also with the financial portion. Junior Civic League's Christmas Tree Gala hit over the weekend, raising thousands of dollars for their charity recipients. I'm sure we'll be hearing more coming up a little bit later on about who will be receiving dollars raised from this event held at Bell Manor over the weekend. The annual Ross County Shrine Club Spaghetti Dinner is coming up this Thursday from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. It'll be at the club up on Bellevue Avenue. And I remember Bellevue's got some traffic situations there but due to construction, but they're going to be working on this so that you can get spaghetti this Thursday. $10 for adults, $6 for children under 12, and they'll have a drive-through and carry-out and dine-in available, as well as delivery also. We'll have more details on it for you later this week. Also in news today, this you might have seen on our website over the weekend. Last month, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service declared the Scioto madtum, a fish native to Ohio, extinct. The Scioto madtum was a small nocturnal species of catfish formerly found in a small section of Big Darby Creek. The last known sighting of the site of this fish, 1957. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service determined the Scioto madtum no longer warrants listing under the Federal Endangered Species Act because it's no longer. You'll not see another one anywhere. Well, a week from Wednesday, the Chillicothe Ross Chamber of Commerce and its investors will host their annual Business Expo at Triple Crown Family Fund Center. The Business Expo is the Chamber's business after business for its investors to showcase their products and services, build a business-to-business network on their own, and make community connections. The event is open to the public. There is no cost to attend. That's coming up a week from this Wednesday. Adena Health System has been recognized by Lifeline of Ohio with its Champions of Hope Award in the category of OB-GYN champions. OB-GYN at Adena and Adena's Women Health OB-GYN on Blackwater Road are being recognized for their efforts in educating mothers-to-be about the placenta donation program. Rather than being thrown away, those donations can be processed into allografts to help others in healing of acute and chronic wounds or other maladies such as burns, skin cancer, and so on and so forth. You can learn more on our website, littermedia.com. Also coming out to us as we headed towards the weekend, the Chillicothe Parks and Recreation Department's annual Holiday Lights Contest. To enter, residents may send an email to lights@Chillicothe, Ohio, that is chillicotheoh.gov, or call 740-772-5626. You have to enter by November 22nd. Holiday lights. Looking forward to it. And, of course, we get out there and do our best to track down those lights and give you a look at them. I know we've had some comments from people on our YouTube channel over the years. Thank you for doing this, because maybe they're shut in or didn't have the opportunity to go see them in person. So we've got that for you. In fact, you can look back and see previous years from the Holiday Lights contest on our YouTube channel. So go check it out after this program, please, because we've got sports to tell you about here shortly, so stick close for that. All right. In a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with what's happening with sports and this state in history. But first, let me tell you about the folks who have helped us do our best to keep you informed. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. They've been a sponsor for a little more than a year now. We appreciate their support and helping get the word about the good stuff going on in our community out to you. Now, if you've got stuff you want to get into a dumpster and haul it away, call Scioto Valley Dumpsters. They'll bring a dumpster where you need it to go, whether it be your residence or your business, and then it's out of your hair when they take it all away. 740-253-8389. Tell Carl that Dan and Mike sent you. Find Grasshopper products at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
You can meet with the managers at McDonald's in Circleville, Chillicothe, Greenfield, and Waverly every Wednesday from 2 until 5.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Time for sports, and if you missed it over the weekend, the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs advanced in the playoffs with this victory over the Jackson Ironmen, as heard on Litter Media Radio, put to video with Mike Smith and Tom Beard.
Motion right. Then Banavong takes the snap, wants to throw. He's going over the middle. He's got the man. It's a touchdown. Carter Cornelius, 24-yard touchdown catch over the middle, and Bloom Carroll takes a 13-10 lead. Wow.
Wow was the word for that. We've got Litter Media Extras in which you can hear from the folks that were involved in this game. And we've got a couple others we're working on too, such as the halftime shows for you. And of course, we're working on the highlight video for you that might be available as early as this evening. Our Aaron Glandon is working on that today, putting all of his effort into that video to get that to you today. In other sports, we've had plenty of other activities going on as well, such as high school volleyball and soccer. And I've lost my place in my script. Here it is. Several area runners made it to the stand of the OHSAA State Cross Country Championships on Saturday at Fortress Obetz. This guy on the top, Fairfield Union's Andrew Walton, led the way by winning the Division II Boys Individual State with a time of 15 minutes, 0.17 seconds. Sheridan State Ruthers was fourth place. Girls D2 saw Athens Sophia Zolosi as the state runner-up. Anna Conrad of Fairfield Union was 7th. Cameron Walker of Unioto finished 8th. D3 boys, Landon Iyer of White Oak is the state runner-up. Ryan Richendaler of Adena placed 7th. And Evan McPherson of Federal Hocking was 10th. And in Division I girls, Lancaster's Marissa Heil placed 6th. Now, as you can see, you've got links on our story on our website. Just click on those. It'll take you to see all the individual results for the kids who participated this weekend. Volleyball over the weekend. Wins for Bishop Hartley over Marietta. Meadowbrook took South Webster. So the Tigers and the Jeeps, their seasons are done. Shenandoah was a winner over Shekinah Christian in the Division IV regional final. Other sports for you included boys and girls soccer over the weekend. Watterson stopped the season for Fairfield Union. Worthington Christian a winner over South Webster there. Marietta had its season come to a close in girls soccer in double overtime, losing to West Holmes, and Lynchburg Clay was blanked by Cincinnati Country Day. Of course, they'll move on to the next level for soccer and volleyball this week. Joey Votto and the Reds parting ways, or so it seems. Votto, of course, very impassionate with the fans. He's opened up greatly the last couple of years, and he expressed his appreciation for the Reds fans as his 17-year career in Cincinnati comes to a close. And the club made the announcement over the weekend, making Votto a free agent for the first time in his career. As he says, "I'll always be a Cincinnati Red." Now the question is, where will he land as a free agent? Thank you, Joey, for your time with the Reds. Ohio State football picked up a win. They had to come from behind to do it, and now they're preparing for the next event, and that is going to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. Now, I brought this up because I'd like you to see what Marvin Harrison had to say about his quarterback. One man alone does not make a team, and one man alone cannot be blamed for the struggles of a team. No one chose football because they wanted things handed to them. They chose it because it requires hard work, consistency, and tenacity. All things that our quarterback embodies. Giving a big support to Mr. McCord. Criticism is your right as a Buckeye fan. Excellence is what you deserve. But the tax is that we still support these boys for better or worse. And 9-0 with a 19-point lead doesn't sound like the worst. So cheer up and on to the next one. OHIO. We'll throw that in there as well. Michigan State will be the next big battle for them as they take place Saturday night up in East Lansing. Basketball in a moment, but first, NFL scoreboard. Three-way tie between Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Cincinnati now in the AFC North, and they're all three one game back of the Baltimore Ravens after play this weekend. Browns picked up a 27-0 shutout over the Cardinals, first shutout since 2007 for the Browns, and the Bengals outlasted the Bills last night in Cincinnati 24-18. You can see the Browns have Baltimore next. That's a road trip to Baltimore. Then they'll host the Steelers the week after. Houston, meanwhile, coming to Cincinnati, and C.J. Stroud, what a day he had for the Houston Texans. 470 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. That is a rookie record for yardage. Congratulations to C.J. Stroud and Houston. Now you got to come to Cincinnati to take on that Bengals defense. Now on to basketball. The OSU women, ranked 7th in the nation, will be opening up their season tonight as they take on USC. I said tonight. It's actually this afternoon. They tip off at 2 p.m. The men will open their season tonight as they host Oakland up at the Schottenstein Center. Now, the Cedarville Yellow Jackets got their season underway over the weekend, suffered a loss 82-75, but we wanted to show some highlights that were shared on their Twitter page. Thanks to the folks there at Cedarville. This is Javon Mothmer. You see him over on the right side. He's about to pop a 3. There he goes, in like he did here at CHS for the Cavaliers. Cedarville suffered the loss 82-75. They were taking on the number 9 team in the nation in central Oklahoma, but they're back at it again with the Hall of Fame Classic, and good to see them back up and running. A lot more college basketball coming your way. The NBA, of course, is underway, and the Cleveland Cavaliers improved to 3-4 with a 115-104 win over Golden State yesterday, handing the Warriors just their second loss on the season. Cavs will be at Oklahoma City Wednesday, November 8th. And the Columbus Blue Jackets back on the ice tonight down in Florida to take on the Panthers. That'll be a face-off at 7 p.m. this evening. Again, that taking place down in Florida. That's a look at sports. You can find more when you log on to our website, littermedia.com, as well as follow us on Twitter, and or formerly it's X, formerly Twitter. But when you join us there, you can follow along with all the score updates. Of course, we're getting ready for high school basketball as the winter sports are about to take off, and the fall sports are winding down now with the state championship weekend coming up soon. And then we've got football for, if Bloom Carroll stays alive, we'll stay with them as far as they go. They made it to the state championship game last year. Is it possible we could make a trip to Canton? That's the hope with the Litter Media game of the week. We'll be at Tays Valley this coming Friday night as the Vikings will host Bloom Carroll and Bishop Watterson. I don't know that Watterson has been down to Tays Valley for a while for football. This might be their first trip there in quite some time. But I can tell you that Bloom Carroll's been there, being in the Mid-State League, so I'm sure they're happy to get a chance to play at Tays Valley. You can find out all the scores from the tournament games. Just go to our website, littermedia.com. Click where it says high school scores, and you'll be able to get caught up if you missed some scores over this postseason for football. All right, coming up in just a moment, this date in history on Litter Media Live.
At Rathkamp Financial, we act as your advocate in all wealth matters. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
Well, today on our This Date in History, the Litter Media Wayback Machine goes to the year 1860 and the election of one Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln, of course, was the 16th president of the United States, and this was a victory for him over a deeply divided Democratic Party, becoming the first Republican to win the presidency. Lincoln received only 40% of the popular vote, but handily defeated the three other candidates: Southern Democrat John C. Breckinridge, Constitutional Union candidate John Bell, and Northern Democrat Stephen Douglas, a U.S. Senator from what would become the land of Lincoln, the state of Illinois. Not sure if that stuck in somebody's craw after a while. I don't know for sure. I wanted to bring this up because this is the State House, the Ohio State House in Columbus, and this is where President Lincoln lied in state after he was assassinated. They brought his body to the State House in Columbus, and this is why it's important. It's interesting that a president would be brought, first of all, to the Ohio State Capitol. But one of the things that we also learned, this was on a trip to the State House with the Chillicothe Cavaliers back in 2008. After they won the state championship, they were invited to the State House. And at that time, the governor was hosting the guys in his office. And he explained, from the way we have heard it, Lincoln learned that he won the election while in the governor's office at Ohio. That came to us from Governor Ted Strickland when he was governor of Ohio. Not when Lincoln was, it was when we were there in 2008. Ted's not that old. But 1860, this date in history, when the first Republican president was elected. That is Abraham Lincoln. And the rest, as they say, is history. Well, coming up tomorrow, we've got a handful of things for you, including looking forward to the lighting of all the park down in Yaktangi Park. I saw that they've already got some of the structure up, ready to go. But we can tell you that it takes a good bit of funds to put that show on. Now, we learned a little bit about some of the lights that are taking place downtown from the downtown district, but there in the park and beyond, that'll be the focus tomorrow. Mike Smith will have Teresa Reap here from the committee to help talk more about what to expect down in the park this year. And it gets bigger and better every year. Looking forward to it. And so that's going to come your way tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And then the regular edition of Litter Media Live with Mike Smith. I am out of studio tomorrow, but we'll be back with you again on Wednesday with my version of Litter Media Live. But the Mike Smith version is tomorrow here on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, have a great Monday.